All right, so we're putting the, what is this, the stage 4 on the Predator 212. It's already got like the stage 1 on there. Flywheel, carb, exhaust, spark plug. Now we gotta put on the CM cam, the billet rod, some Champion rocker arms, some push rods, and some springs. All right, let's take this thing apart. And there it is. Billet rod, new springs, new cam, and Champion rocker arms. First step, we gotta drain the oil out of this thing, because we're gonna need popping that side cover off. Was there any shavings in there?
I don't see any yet.
Come on. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, let's save the gasket. Even though you're supposed to replace it, but look at that, all stock. Still got the oil sensor in there, the governor arm, that weak stock cam. Let's get that crap out of there. All right, so the first step here, you can pull that cam out, make that a little easier. This pulls out. No, the other one. Yeah. Oh, with the cam, there's the lifters when we come out. So we're gonna take that sensor out of there and that arm off. I gotta record. All right, so pull.
Just hung up on the bottom.
I think it's those push rods or whatever. So pull the head off. Be sure to get those push rods out. We'll just take the tank and the carburetor off altogether. Save this gasket. And there you have it. Push rods out, heads off. Take this off. We already got the billet flywheel on there. All right. So once you pull that nut off the flywheel, right there, just pull the flywheel off. You might need a pry bar. All right, so we're gonna take that oil sensor out of there. Take this off and do those 2 bolts. Pull that out. And then next is that governor arm. I was taking that governor arm off. Be sure to get all the washers off. Sometimes the washers stick. I think we got that one. And then this next one, just take a punch and hit this one right here. Knock that thing out. All right, knocked it out. And then, yeah, you got to get that washer out of there. See that washer's sitting there. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, and there it is. Everything's off this block. Let's put it back together. Remember, you want to make sure the rings, the gaps are separated. You don't want them in the same spot so the oil comes flying by. Then you can either use the piston tool or just do it by hand. How do you want to do it?
Whichever way, I guess.
All right, the piston is in. Now we're gonna put the crankshaft back on. Gotta knock off that governor bearing. You just hit it with the hammer. Mikey.
Hit what out?
You just hit this with a hammer and it'll come off. You might have to hit it a little harder. It'll come off. Just hit it. And there you go. I didn't know if that was ever coming off. That must be backwards, yeah. Try not to knock the piston out again, because then we gotta do the rings. Alright, now we're torquing this rod down. I think it's like, I can't remember if it's 150 inch-pounds or 170 inch-pounds. So we're going like 160, 170. Alternating sides going up, what is it, like 20 inch-pounds until you reach 170. Alright, we got the rod torqued in. Now you just need to line up the, we're gonna put the cam in, just line up the two dots. I believe it's the, do you see the dot?
Yeah, 2 dots right there.
No, that's not it.
Dots, what are you talking about?
It's supposed to be on the gear thing somewhere. Right there. So the dot on the crank, see that dot right there?
Yep.
So it's gonna wanna be like right here, roughly. And then you just slide the cam into that little hole back there. And it's like the dot on that goes in between the dot, that dot right there. Just sets in there. And that's it. Perfect. 265 lift. So now what? We just need to put the side cover back on. Alright, so we're putting these new Champion rockers in there. Already got one arm out.
Take the other one out.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're changing the springs. What are these, 22 or 26 pound? 26?
No, I believe so.
I think what, we got 18 in there right now. So just using the, what is that thing called? Some tool. Alright, out with the old spring, in with the new spring. That on. Alright, so I've seen this trick to make this easier. To get these things on there. What you want to do is put some of this on there. Just take a little scoop of this with your screwdriver, put it on there, and it keeps these things from flying around. So tighten that down. It should be good right there. You can see that little lip. Now you just take your screwdriver, get a little scoop of this. Put that on there. Here, can you do it? Just put it on there, and that just kind of helps hold those little, you don't have to do, I don't know, too much, just do like on the rod or the valve.
Or all the way around?
Yeah, you don't need too much, just like enough so those things, like, you can set them on there and it kind of holds them. Just like a little bit or whatever. And you take those, make sure you point them the right way. You can even, like, I don't know, put them on there too, or however you want to do it. Yeah, you might just need to come up with it a little. Alright, got the 26-pound springs in there. Now I'll just throw these Champion rocker arms in. Screw those in, put a little blue Loctite on there. Just get them started. Then I think you throw these nuts on there. Tighten them in. Take them back off. Put this on. Put the nuts back on. We're set. Alright, we got the gasket on. Now putting the head back on. Let's just throw these bolts back in there. Yeah, they're in there. Torque those up. Now putting the chromoly push rods in. Just slide them in down in that little hole in there. So they should line up evenly with the bottom of your head. You might have to unscrew the top of the rocker if you can't get them. Unscrew this because this will loosen up your lash. So loosen those up there. I'll try. Got the lash all set. Just put the valve cover back on. The ignition coil on and the flywheel. Gas tank back on. We're ready to rock. Alright, we got the flywheel on. The ignition coil's on. I just gotta put the fan shroud back and should be almost set. Plug in the on-off switch. Let's get the tank on and we'll start it up. So we're switching out that old little carburetor for a 22mm Mikuni. Get more airflow, which means more power. And there you have it, the finished product. Mikuni cam, billet rod, chromoly push rods. Let's see if it starts up. And that concludes the Predator Stage 4 build. Thanks for watching.